Welcome to Sunday Setup. Today is the 13th of January 2020. If you're watching this video on YouTube, be sure to hit that button to subscribe and the bell for notifications so you can keep up to date with all of our videos, as videos equals setups equals pips, which allows you to secure the bag. If you're looking at our website and if you haven't already signed up, be sure to register for free so that you can get access to our Education Academy. This will give you a complete beginner's guide to Forex if you're new to the market. And if you already have experience and would like to take your trading to the next level, then I would definitely encourage you to take advantage of our January sale at the moment. We have a 50% sale, which will allow you to take advantage of all our products and services, especially the mentoring. So what we're going to do today is just head over to the charts and straight away get into it. We're going to look at the dollar index. Now, of course, as a lot of you know, we've had a lot of conflicts between US and China, but more importantly, US and Iran. So we've seen the dollar actually gain some strength. We did mention last week on the Sunday setup that we was looking for the dollar to gain some strength. And as we've seen it, of course, what you can see is a lot of lower lows and lower highs. But of course, now we do have the US and China trade deal phase 1 potentially being complete this week, which could see the dollar gain a lot of strength, potentially come to its high, clear these equal highs above before we look at price coming down. Ultimately, we are still bearish, so we'll keep you informed as and when we can on that. Moving over to the pound New Zealand dollar, GN. Now, very simply on this one, from a daily chart, we can see that price is not yet discounted. So we would now be waiting for price to come down lower before we actually look to buy this pair. Of course, interestingly enough, if we go to the smaller time frames, this is the setups we've had from the following weeks. We caught the buy moving upwards and, of course, the sell coming down. We are, of course, waiting for the sessions to be taken out. So ultimately around the 95,000 level is where we would really like to see price come down before we could consider a different direction. But ultimately from the daily, we would really like to see price come a lot lower. There is some imbalance beneath and also an area for potential mitigation. Moving on to AUD JPY, it's been a really nice trade, a good one for the community. This has been a nice swing. We was able to get into this trade over 2 months ago. We've been able to capitalize over 1%. But more importantly, with the re-entries, what we are now looking at, if we look again at the higher time frames, we can see from the higher time frames that the structure is still bearish. Okay. But even though the structure is bearish on the higher time frame, if we look at the daily, we can see that the structure is bullish. The bearish structure has been broken. We have seen the pullback, so we now could see the higher highs. We have, of course, been seeing lower lows, lower highs and higher highs, excuse me. So again, we'll keep you guys up to date and informed as and when we can. Euro NZD. Last but not least for me, this has been a pair which I've been keeping tabs on for quite some time. We managed to catch a nice juicy sell a few months ago now, and we've been able to hold that. But of course now going into 2020, we're not in any trade of Euro NZD, so we will be looking to catch a trade. Of course, mapping this out on the field, we can see that price has potentially come back to a discounted zone where a sell could have happened. I'm not quite convinced yet of the direction with Euro NZD. We do have the Euro, CAD and JPY interest rates to follow next week. So of course, from that, I would like to see what happens, not just on Monday, but Tuesday. I'd like to see how the market plays out. And of course, keep one ear open to the news, but also at all times, keep eyes open on the charts. So from a 4-hour perspective, we are, of course, waiting and looking to see if price will go higher. But ultimately, this has been very bearish for the last few weeks. So, you know, we'd really like to see what happens. We can see here lower low and lower. We can see lower lows and lower highs, as well as we can see higher highs and higher lows throughout the whole chart on Euro NZD. So we do really want to see what happens. We could be at a crucial point where the price turns around. But at the end of the day, we have to wait. Being patient pays. That's me done. Over to you, Jay.
Thank you, Vel. Hi guys, I'm going to go over a few setups for you briefly as well, going into the week. I'm going to take a look at USD JPY for you, as this is a very interesting setup, and I've had my eye on this for a little while now. We seem to have very, very equal highs on the 4-hour and the daily. So overall, I am expecting a sell on this pair, but I would like to see price pierce through this liquidity area. As we can see, it's lining up very, very nicely. So I do have an alert set for this, and I'm going to see how price reacts. So if we do get a pullback from there and price continues lower, that would be a better confirmation for me for it to burst through this eventually. But if we do eventually get this price going up to this area, which is a daily zone for me, I would expect the sell from this area. So definitely watching this one this week, as you know, Vel did touch on what's going on with US and China with the trade deal scheduled to be signed on the 15th of January. So it could see short-term bullish strength on the dollar. Hopefully so. With that, we could get the pierce through this equal high and into this daily candle sell area. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for this, guys. I will be updating in the Discord. I will also check out for you Euro USD. This is another pair. On the daily, we had a zone here. Just want to get rid of this fib for you. We did have a zone here, so it's reacted off of this zone, which is good for me, because on the 4-hour, it's showing us signs of bullish strength. So what I did want to see was a good reaction, and we have cleared these equal highs here, and also for me showing signs of, you know, bullish momentum. So going into Monday morning London session, hopefully we could get a pullback back down into this area before rising and taking out some equal highs that is left, and also some imbalance on the 4-hour. So I am still bullish on Euro USD, as you know, there is a lot of liquidity resting above, as the DXY. We could see some short-term bullish strength, but in my opinion, the Euro does have reason in order to go up. So definitely bullish on Euro USD, as price and structure showing us that, you know, it is trying to attack higher areas of liquidity before we get the potential sell on the higher time frames, with the weekly and the monthly still being bearish. But until then, I would expect prices to continue in order to grab liquidity. So never force a trade in terms of, you know, anticipating a reversal. Always wait for structure to show you what price wants to do. So in my opinion, on the 4-hour and daily, we should not be looking for sells yet, as you know, it's showing signs of strength, bullish strength, sorry. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for this. Like I said, within the telecore, we are looking for a pullback in this area, as we have pierced equal highs, and yeah, we are trying to anticipate higher prices being filled first. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. And last but not least, I'm going to go through pound USD for you guys as well. So the pound US, we were in a sell on this pair, only to then eventually wait for the buy areas to come back down towards. So we did give this trade out in the Discord. If you guys haven't joined, be sure to join in that. But we do want to see lower prices being filled first. So structure is showing signs of bearishness. So we need to see, before we anticipate anything in regards to buying up, we need to see price show that in the chart. So we have gapped down as the markets have opened on Sunday. We don't take trades at this time. So we're going to see leading into the London session. If price continues down, that would be great. And then, you know, we look on the smaller time frames to see how price is reacting. But overall, I am still bullish on pound USD as well. Bearing in mind, at the end of the month, you know, we are supposed to be leaving the Brexit and finalizing our deal with EU. So the January 31st, the January as a whole is a fundamental month. It's filled full of fundamentals. So we just have to see with, you know, the US-China trade deal and the Brexit talks, how well they do go and what that does mean for the economies as such. So definitely keep your eye on this, guys. We will be posting all of these trades, but I do want to see pound US shoot up to higher areas in order to fulfill liquidity and imbalance. So definitely just need some signs for it to show. So until that is, we have to just remain patient and let the market do its thing and don't try and force it. So volatility on the pound pairs, you know, it's nothing to really play about with. It's not really, don't really try and predict a reversal. Let the market show you something first. So definitely keep your eye on that. So we'll be updating you guys tomorrow morning as we get, you know, anticipate the London Open and the New York session also. So definitely take care with that.
Okay, thank you, Jacob. Quick couple setups, guys. I'm just going to go through the CAD JPY. On the daily, for me, been very bullish, has been coming down, but I've just been looking at the breaks of structure and we'll be focusing on buys now. So just been looking at these imbalanced areas down here, around the 61% area. That's interesting me. So we'll be looking at entries around there. This candle, of course, correlates with the area. Stay tuned on this one. It's obviously got a long way to come down yet, so it could be a wait, but if that alert goes off, we'll be updating this one in the Discord. And now the other pair I was checking out just quickly was the pound. Now this also correlates with what Cavell was saying. Very similar to GN. They correlate, obviously, New Zealand dollar, Australian dollar. And again, a similar setup to what we just saw on the CAD JPY. Again, been very bullish on the daily, as Jacob was saying. So again, just looking for the buys. I want to see these two taken out. Could be a good setup if these, you know, lots of liquidity here, taken out, imbalanced areas could be filled. We're looking at a strong buy to the upside. So again, stay tuned on this one. Guys, check out the new Discord if you haven't already. We've got a new Discord group. Another quick thing I just wanted to show you guys, if you haven't already, register on the website. You can register for free. You get access to our education academy. So yeah, make sure you do that. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube. And we've got the Instagram, which is litcapital_. And remember, guys, every day is money day.